Hi guys, how are you? So this is me raw as possible, and I have glue in my eyes, so don't mind it. I'm gonna clean it off. But you know, today I was talking to my best friend and we spoke for about 2-3 hours. We always do. This is my best friend from home in South Africa, right? We grew up together, kind of grew up together, and we know each other from like when we were like beginnies, like small, right? And you know, I never realized this much until I was older. Your best friend is like someone you really in a deep rooted relationship with. Your best friend is someone that supports you as much as your mom does, as much as your sister does, as much as your boyfriend or husband or spouse or significant other is supposed to. I realize that now that I'm older, my best friend was my everything and is my everything. We're working on a lot of things now as people, as grown women, and before I get to what I really want to talk about, actually, let me go back a little bit into who I am, who Zanura is. And so my name is Zanura Mayeki. So in America, I am Zanura Woods. I go by Mrs. Woods. I was married at some point in America to a handsome young man. Not gonna say his name, but we had a situation that's deep and complicated, and that's just a whole story for another day. I went through my own little bit of challenges in life, but we're gonna go back a little bit. We're gonna reverse it back a little bit. I, Zanura, come from absolutely nothing. Nothing. Kabish. Nothing. A lot of transitioning, a lot of change, challenges, trials, tests. A lot happened, guys. A lot. And sometimes I'd find myself looking at myself like, what am I doing? And you just wonder why these things happen to you over and over and over again. You look at yourself in the mirror, you don't think you're pretty. I was that girl. I was bullied in high school, and so was my best friend. And I think that's one of the things we really connected on, me and her. I remember me and Titi, her name is Tina. I remember me and Titi, we were so obsessed with chicken licking. Like, chicken licking gang. You guys from South Africa, you know, we're obsessed with chicken licking. And sometimes me and her would just be together after school or during school hours, whenever I saw her. And we didn't even need to say anything to each other. We were like vibing on each other's energy. We were like vibing on each other's frequency, like we understood each other like that. And I'm always like, why did she pick me? And I feel like she's the same person that would be like, why did Zanura pick me as her friend? And when I met her, she was so shy and people didn't understand her. People were always misjudging my best friend. They were misjudging her, like, oh, you think you're better than everyone, you think you're this, you think you're that, because of so and so, da 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 da, and the third. And I was just like, you better not do that to this poor little girl. Leave her alone. What did she do to you? Leave her alone. Back in high school, I shut down a lot of mouth for that girl. I didn't know why I was doing it. God was working inside of me. God was like, girl, do that for this woman. This is going to be your sister. And she became, basically, long story short, we went through so much, me and her. And this is where the deal breaker begins, like the deal breaker of it all, like the biggest challenge and shit that I had to learn from growing up. Having someone that close, you realize you really are in a relationship together. The things you hoped for, you dream about, the things you guys do together, you really, I'm in a relationship with this person. I didn't know that for so many years until we had a fallout. I loved and love my best friend. I am not perfect, but going through a divorce, a difficult one at that, and being called all kinds of names by people and the person that you think is supposed to love you and be there for you, it was tough. It was tough. And then having to lose your best friend at the core of it all, that was a deal breaker for me. This girl is my whole life and I can't live without her. As much as she'll tell you how hard I fought to be believed in my relationship with my husband, she'll tell you I fought with the same fire for our friendship. Yep. Losing Tina for that period of time, I lost so much weight. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. In fact, I was constantly crying every night and stalking her. I was stalking my own best friend on social media. And it went to a point where, you know when your best friend even deletes you on social media, like blocks you? Oh my God. Let me tell you something. I'm like, this don't block me. And I would go to Facebook. I would go, she blocked me. She deleted me. She deleted me on her. See, she stopped following me and I freaked out. I freaked out. Let me tell you something. I freaked out. I freaked out so much that I even reached out to her, even though we're not talking. And I'm gonna say it was my fault that we had the fallout. I just don't know how to put it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out the best ways to put it out there. But I guess I don't know how to put it. I'm gonna call in a second and see if she's online and she's still awake, because it's getting very late in South Africa, guys. I'll call her. Give me a second. But losing Tina made me realize that my life would be so weird without her in it. It would be weird. I loved her. I'm a lover. If you don't know, let me tell you something, guys. I'm a lover. Like, I love. Okay? I love. And that little girl, I fell in love with her so much. I love her still today. And I am so grateful to God. This woman has been through with me the most. We have fought battles together. We have prayed together side by side. We have cried together side by side. It's like I said, one of those deep rooted friendships. It was that. And it is that. But my question is, this is like over a year just not talking and trying to accept my best friend is gone. It's like trying to accept your boyfriend or your husband, your significant other is gone. Someone you were planning your whole life with, and they just gone. you can't even address the situation. And this thing's like eating you up inside. It's like, oh, it's like twisting you. I guess my question is, how does the rest of the world deal with that? I'm not smart. Coming to America, I've wasted so much of my life here. I want to be up there. I want to be comfortable. I want it all. I want a family one day. I want my beautiful house. I want that ring, honey. I don't know if this is the right finger, but I want the ring. I want it all. But most of all, I want my best friend there. The one person that we started this journey out from ground zero till now. And I remember when we were getting into it, I would call everybody, and everybody that I spoke to, even friends that I have here. I'm like, can you believe her? My actions towards her should have been enough. That was me. And I'm going to tell her when I see her. I did everything I ever did for you because I loved you. My actions towards this relationship should have been enough. Why would you leave me? You know I love you. You hurt me so bad that if I went through it again, I might just not make it. I can't do it. So now, as we working towards being on that level again as friends, you have this thing of, is she gonna trust me? I was angry, and I'm gonna tell it to you straight to the, I was like, this girl, she don't love me. She never loved me. I came up with so many excuses why, trying to convince myself that it was her fault. At some point in that period of time when we was not together, I convinced myself that it was her fault. Not even once I looked at myself like the wrong person. No. And then when you finally decide to address the things that hurt you the most in your heart, in your own personal space and time, when you finally decide to address it, because if you don't address it, it never goes away. I'm the one that's at fault. Where could it have went wrong? Where did I at? We were doing this, we were doing that. And my mom was actually there. She was helping me put the pieces together. Like, this is what's happening, this is what's happening. Mommy, this happened with people. We even went to her house. Oh my God, this was the worst. I remember after the wedding, we went to my best friend's house. And she dead ass packed my friend. Let me tell you something. My best friend is petty LaBelle, petty ass. She's a petty queen, petty on petties. Petty pies, petty. You hear me? This girl is just petty LaBelle, pettilish. Whatever, she's petty. Point blank in the period. I am not that petty, okay? But my best friend, petty. I was heartbroken. And I couldn't explain it. I couldn't explain how I was feeling. I just didn't want to talk about it. And you know how American white people, even black, but mostly white people, what is going on? What happened to you and your best friend? I'm like, not right now, Miss Rosy Cheeks. Not right now. People just wanted to know what's going on. What happened between the two? I don't want to talk about it right now. Not right now.